And here we go! Welcome everyone to... is this another Xbox Live Showcase we're counting this as?
Xbox Game Showcase, July 2020.
Specifically the first party stuff, according to what they said.
So should we count this as another Xbox Live thing for the playlist?
Well, technically,
Yeah.
technically the official name of the stuff that they have is Inside Xbox.
Well, right, sure. Inside Xbox. So I guess we're counting this as another Inside...
Well, they're not calling this an Inside Xbox, they're just calling it Xbox Games Showcase, as you can see
Also,
there.
they had a countdown after the countdown.
Whatever, a new stream by Xbox.
Whatever.
Xbox Game Studios presents.
For the sake of convenience, we'll put this in the Inside Xbox playlist of ours since Xbox Showcase, I get the feeling that's not going to be a regular thing.
Job, is this Halo?
Hard to tell.
I won't know for sure. I haven't really played Halo.
Oh yeah, that's me neither. That's why I'm asking.
Oh?
It looks like it could be. It takes place in space, so it looks like it might be.
Unless this is the equipment they're using for the Xbox Series X.
Hold on, maybe this is a trailer for the Xbox Series X.
Oh. Okay,
it's either that or... Oh wait, hold on. Maybe it's
Halo. Xbox Games. It said Xbox Games Studios, though.
Yeah, Xbox Games. Yeah, we're actually making the console as well as the games.
Nah, I don't think it's. Yeah, it's.
We're going to show you us assembling this console right here.
I think it's Halo Infinite, most likely, based on what they're showing.
Wait.
Isn't that like part of Chief's armor? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It is. It's Halo Infinite. Okay.
So, Master Chief is a robot now? The hell?
Well, I wouldn't know. Jova, by all means, tell us what you know.
They're literally showing us assembling it. Maybe it's just a suit.
We can rebuild him.
Yeah, it's Halo.
Well, isn't Master Chief supposed to be kind of like Link in Zelda, where he's supposed to be more like a link between you and the game rather than a full-blown character?
Sort of. The thing was like, well, he was definitely a man in a suit, but we never saw it. But apparently now he's a robot in this reboot.
Well, to be fair, they can just be putting together the armor itself.
Become what?
Maybe.
Become what?
Become as
Halo
gods.
Infinite.
Become Halo Infinite? How do I become the game?
Hey, become as gods. Become as gods.
You have to eat it, I guess.
Yeah, but Jova, it's called Near Automata, not as gods.
167
But there
days
was a
after we
Become
lost.
as Gods edition of
After
that game.
After we lost what? Jova, was there something in the end of Halo 5 that I'm not aware of? I guess.
Maybe.
I was under the impression that this was supposed to be a soft reboot, and that's why it's not called Halo 6.
Perhaps this is a reboot and this is just a change of events, because Halo 5 didn't seem to really have something going off here.
I would like to remind everybody that back when Don Madrick announced Halo 4 for the first time, he announced it as the beginning of a new trilogy. So the fact that we're not getting Halo 6, at least not yet, clearly shows that plans have changed.
Well, that was Don Madrick.
Well, that my point still stands, though.
Yeah.
Robber.
Okay, maybe you're right, and they were just assembling the suit of armor. He sounds similar enough to Chief anyway.
Is it the same voice actor?
Is it still the same voice actor after all these years?
Possibly. Don't know for sure, but it sounds like him.
I'm actually surprised that, I mean, usually these kinds of protagonists tend to be silent for the purpose of, making the player, immerse himself into the character more.
The idea with Chief was like, well, you knew everything. Well, you never saw his face per se. That was, the way to make him the link to the player.
I guess it was was Samus kind of a similar situation, or?
Well, Shiroi, Samus eventually did become a full-blown character, so.
No, I know that, but I mean beforehand.
In the original, you can make that argument, but even then, there's a secret ending in the original game where you see that she's a woman and everything, so they even show her face and everything, so...
Well, I think even in interviews they talked about the fact that she was a woman also.
Okay, time for gameplay.
That's the thing, Shiroi, remember, the original super-duper secret ending of the original Metroid on the NES, the whole reveal that she was a woman was kind of meant to be a surprise at the time, so...
Well, I'd never seen it because, honestly, me and Metroidvanias only really make awkward eye contact. So, like,
Yeah, you just look at it for a bit and then just put it down.
like that genre is something I just make awkward eye contact with.
Well, Sheila, here's the thing. You love indie games. Try out Hollow Knight, one of the best indie games of
I
recent
do
times.
have Hollow Knight on my list. It's not in my backlog, but it's something that I would like to get to eventually.
Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania. Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania game.
Well, I know that the physical edition does come with a map, so that
neat.
would be lovely.
Ah, neat. The Warthog's back. Nice.
All right, so
As in any typical Halo game, you have your first-person shooting stuff and also vehicles you can commandeer and drive. They've also got a neat map system here where they show you where you are in enemy placement so you can plan out your strategies. It looks
Can
nice.
you run the enemies over?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Cool.
Okay, then.
I think you might like Halo, Dwibs. Halo is like... Well, okay. If ever you need a reason to get into first-person shooter stuff, Halo, at least the original trilogy, is a good motivator. Hell, even Halo Reach as well.
Specifically,
the prequel.
the game is made by Bungie specifically.
Then, well, free games came into play, and well,
Technically industries, but yeah, sure.
yeah. Well, okay. Halo 4 was iffy. Halo 5 just outright sucks. It was a mess.
What about the Halo Wars duology?
Those are not bad. However, they're of a much different gameplay style, per se.
Well, yeah, I'm aware
Wasn't that made by Creative Assembly?
Yeah, they're the Gears Tactics equivalent to Halo, from what I've seen.
I think that's an interesting thing because Creative Assembly is owned by Sega. They probably had to go through them to get Creative Assemblies to develop them.
So yeah, the gameplay seems nice. However, gameplay wasn't the main reason we hated Halo 5, so... Microsoft...
I'm guessing story or characterization.
It's in
Okay.
Halo 5, they shoved Master Chief aside for a brand new character called Locke, and fans didn't like that.
Not just that,
Okay.
they tried to paint Master Chief as the bad guy that we were supposed to hunt down and kill.
Because that's a trope that apparently refuses to die in media nowadays. I don't understand this idea.
While replacing
Well, I
beloved
mean-
main characters with some random.
Well, that's because that's the thing. That's how Mission Impossible, the film series, started.
So maybe Dwibs that movie is the result was the catalyst. So
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, this has been a thing since 1996.
Let me
Yeah,
put it like
there you
this:
go.
at least with Mission Impossible, you know, if that movie wasn't literally tied into the original series, apparently that twist might have worked better per se. The reason it pissed a lot of people off was because, for some arbitrary reason, apparently it was connected to the TV series, which I just don't get.
Okay, speaking as someone who has never touched a Halo game, the gameplay, from what I'm seeing here, looks perfectly competent. It looks like a perfectly serviceable first-person shooter. It even has some vehicle sections, like we mentioned, and even has this turret thing. Again, this is pretty... outside of the vehicles are... Okay, are vehicles common in FPSs nowadays, or this is still kind of mostly a Halo thing?
I mean, they are present in some FPSs, but I'd say that Halo works with them the best when it comes to first-person shooters.
So outside of having vehicles, the gameplay, from what I'm seeing here, it seems like your standard, typical FPS. It doesn't seem like it's doing like anything all that innovative that at least I can see.
Okay. The innovative stuff comes from the massive range of weapons that come in battle, and also some cool melee attacks that you can get here and there. But that said, like I said before, Halo is the game that revolutionized the first-person shooter genre.
So who exactly is this bearded guy here that keeps showing up in these promotion material?
I don't know. I guess our new bad
Is he the
guy.
villain?
No, I mean
I
this
mean,
guy
he
here.
comes across as one.
No, I don't mean the guy in the hologram. I mean the other bearded guy.
Oh,
The plot twist. That's secretly it's secretly Joel from The Last of Us. After what happened in the second game, he defected to Halo.
so death brings you here.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's supposed to be Chief's tech guy for this game, maybe? I don't know. So, Joe, do you recognize this guy on the hologram?
No. Hmm.
Your last fight, but we haven't even seen your first fight, as far as I recall.
I can't tell if he's supposed to be an ally or a villain.
Halo Infinite, Holiday 2020, Xbox Game Pass, Series X, One, PC. Smart delivery.
Okay, good opener. Good opener. Now let's see if you can keep it up, Microsoft. Oh.
Yes, this seems to be a thing. They show the trailer, yet they carry on for a bit.
So, Chris,
It's not just Microsoft either.
So this is the new creative director of the game since last year, after the previous one departed.
To explore a mysterious new Halo ring that's several times larger than our last two Halo games combined. Halo Infinite has been built from the ground up to take.
I mean, the game looks fine. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think this is. I just don't think this is again one of those things where, like, I mean, Halo is one of those cases where Halo has been around for so long, and it doesn't have the same, impact on consumers that it once had. I mean, obviously the Halo fan base will still go for it, of course, but it's no longer the big heavy hitter that's gonna sell an Xbox Series X anymore. It doesn't really have that pull anymore.
It still has the potential. The problem is
Right,
that
let's see what else they've got.
World premiere.
Well, okay, the thing about Halo, it does have the potential still. The problem is that Free
IP.
Industries pretty much ran it into the ground
Right,
with 4
so
and
we've got
5.
Campfire.
A campfire. Okay.
This is the new IP, Campfire.
Okay.
Jesus.
That
Okay.
is one amazing scream.
Okay.
Wintertime now.
Ooh.
It said Xbox Game Studios, so this is published by them. So is this the first ever new AAA IP that they've announced since, in 6 years? Wow.
Well, they haven't said what branch of what branch it's from.
It said Xbox Game Studios as a publisher, so it should be.
Well, I mean, normally they'd also say which division it is. Maybe it's one of their new ones.
Their studio, which are the new studios, you mean?
Yeah, either
Um,
probably one of the ones they bought. Oh,
I think it's already dead.
I'm wondering, is this the new title by?
Oh,
the initiative?
snap. A deer ate a wolf? What madness is this? Zombie
hell?
deers!
State of
Oh,
Decay
State of
2.
Decay.
Free.
Oh,
Oh.
God, seriously? Wow, and now all of us. Okay, I was kind of interested, but now I'm not.
Well,
Good job.
don't you see though? Herbivores are eating carnivores. Madness. Dogs and cats living together. There's the big cheese himself.
For those who don't know, State of Decay 2 sucked balls. So right now, a lot of people are not exactly keen on another one. this soon.
Well, it's technically a first-party reveal. Yay!
It's not a new IP though.
How many new IPs did they promise?
They didn't promise anything. I'm just saying that for my personal standard, this is something that I'm personally demanding. Hold on, let's see what this is
Alright.
about first.
And we want you to be able to experience as many great games as possible. So
True.
Game Pass members, you can play every game you see today from your subscription or free to play. These
Really?
games look and play best on Xbox Series X, delivering unmatched fidelity, performance, precision, and immersion. And we've designed the most consistently powerful next-generation console. And we built state-of-the-art platform technology to allow every developer to realize their full vision. One studio that has always pushed the limits of our hardware is Turn 10. And they're early in
Turn
development
10.
on the next Forza Motorsport.
Oh,
Oh,
Forza.
Is bringing them
I mean, you gotta have Forza in there at some point. It would be an Xbox. Oh, that's a shame, though. We're not gonna have the car.
Alright, Forza Motorsport 8, I'm guessing.
Now, once again, they will be offering everything you see here for free to play as long as you purchase Xbox Games Pass. That's a
Well,
pretty...
that's kind of that's their gimmick right now. With
That's their hook.
Not gonna lie, that's a pretty consumer-friendly move there, so kudos.
Yeah, I would rather
I
actually
mean,
own
it's
the
a
games.
it's
I would
a
rather
fine
actually-
hook.
Go
I mean,
ahead.
it's not like Google Stadia or anything.
That's
Well, no, but I still don't actually own the games though. Like
Same.
Oh, yes, yes,
if,
yes,
if,
yes,
for
yes,
some,
yes, yes.
if for some reason the game loses its license and they have to take it out of a Game Pass, I can no longer play it.
Oh, well, okay. It's not like, they made it a replacement to being able to purchase the games. It's just that if you want to try them out via Games Pass, you do have that option, so kudos to that. That said, yeah, if you want to properly own stuff, still need to buy it properly.
It's like what I do with a TV show I'm interested in. I find it on a legal streaming service, watch that, and if I like it, I'll buy the series on physical media.
Honestly, to me, Games Pass will only be a good consumer useful thing if it was full of games on quality of a God of War or of a Super Mario Odyssey, which it isn't.
There technically are some games of that
Rare.
quality. The thing is that more often than not, they're third party. Oh,
Is
goody
this,
there.
This is
it's
Rare's
just,
new. I think this is Rare's new. Yeah, I think this is Rare's new game.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
Everwild. I forgot this was a thing.
Yeah, Everwild was announced last year at the EXO 2019. Yeah, there it is.
I forgot. What was the gimmick of it?
It's
It's
wilderness.
cartoony.
Well, it's
Or
a
it's
rare
got
game.
cartoony
Dave.
art style.
Well, it's a rare game, Dave, so that's expected. It's an open world, apparently. Maybe I don't know.
You roam the world with nature?
Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, there were some people across the internet that were kind of hoping for a Banjo-Kazooie game, and I was like, really?
Like that's gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
Well, honestly, if they want to make games like this and they do it well, then I don't really mind.
I do like the way this looks, at least. I don't remember the first time seeing this. Like, maybe I didn't, but...
No, you weren't there.
It does look visually pleasing, I'll give it that.
It does.
That said, Sea of Thieves also looked visually pleasing, and well...
Yeah, we all know how that turned out.
Well, again, I'll just wait to see how it is when it comes out, Plenty of ways to do that.
Oh no, the animal is in suffering or some shit, or we have to revive it with our ritual or
Water
some
bending?
shit.
No,
I thought,
no.
with the way it was animated there, I thought they were giving birth.
Oh,
Honestly,
it
Joe,
looks
this would
like
be
it.
Yeah, they're water bending with a string and.
Oh, no,
Oh,
maybe
wait,
they
wait,
were
wait,
healing
wait,
it.
wait, Dwibs. Legend of Korra, it's spirit bending.
Well, yeah, this seems like it to be very spiritual in nature. It seems. There you go.
Everwild. So it's only on Series X.
I mean,
and
it looks
PC.
nice visually, but I still have no idea what the game even is, though.
Maybe explain some about that? Oh, thank God, they are going to talk more about it.
Didn't it say PC there also?
Yeah, it
Yes.
did. Well, if you remember, play anywhere.
I'm British.
Well, I'm from Rare, so what did you expect?
Bit of a
Yeah,
cock
we Brits can create good things sometimes.
Yeah.
monster family notwithstanding, but yeah, you can.
Well, that was Germany as well, wasn't it?
Britain and Germany working together. But yeah, okay,
Yeah,
let's
when
listen.
we're not fighting, when we're not against each other in football, we're making crappy movies together.
So let's see what this game is.
Positive community that's already growing around this game. Thank you
Okay. Alright, what's next?
Whoa. I just got hit with a flood of memories.
What?
Wow, this guy sounds so enthusiastic. Wow, I got hit by a bunch
Oh.
of memories.
Oh, remember me.
Oh,
Video game I don't nod.
the don't nod game. What's not?
That they don't believe
Not really my bag, but whatever.
Oh, the studio's owned by Microsoft now?
No. They just made Microsoft just made a deal with them that they would finance their next game in return for
Yeah, they're still independent. They're not owned by.
Huh, I thought we were only seeing first-party stuff here.
Well, this is published by them, so from their perspective, it kind
So
of
yeah, it's first party to be fair.
it's going to be released as it's going to be released on PC, Xbox, and the whole Game Pass spiel. So, so from their perspective, it is.
way to move forward is to keep looking back.
And considering Microsoft is funding it, most likely it's going to remain on their stuff for a while, at least for a while. So. It might come to later platforms though, because remember Cuphead and Ori 1 came to the Switch. So
She loved you.
She attacked you. We both saw it.
I will say this: it looks like it looks a bit more higher quality in terms of the visuals compared to their previous games. Probably because it's funded by Microsoft.
We don't really have a choice about that.
There's always a choice, son.
I can't do this.
Tell me why.
Yeah, tell me why.
Chapter 1 available August 27th. Yeah, well, again, don't not always do these.
Yeah.
Not my kind of game, but I guess it looks interesting enough for whoever's interested in it.
Same.
It seems like it would be one
Oh,
for the
Moon
Life is
Studios.
Strange crowd.
Moon Studios. These are the guys that make the Ori games.
I'm the
Oh.
co-founder and director of technology at Moon Studios. Today we're very
Yeah, there you go.
excited
Ori
to
and the
tell
Will
you
of the
that
Wisps.
we're working on
But it
a
just
very,
came out
very
though. Are you
special
telling me that you already have an Ori free ready? Jeez.
Well, it is one of their best received series, and Lord knows Microsoft
Oh, it
needs.
is. Oh, it is. I'm just saying, like, you already have a third one to show off?
I guess Microsoft went, okay, guys, we're kind of running on some low goodwill here, so.
Or is this a Series X port?
Ah, okay. It's a series.
Also, I think you said we've started working on stuff, so yeah, it's not like they're very far into whatever they're doing.
So my guess is they're just showing off how much better it plays on the Series X compared to the Xbox One. Sure, I guess.
of this game. We can also boost the immersion in different spaces in our world by using
Immersion?
wonder tech that we previously just could not
What, are we
simulate.
channeling David Cage there?
And with
Oh, so they're essentially doing
we
like
can give our
Don't get me
not a
wrong.
remaster, but kind of like an ultimate edition, kind of.
Oh, I see. So it's not just a simple port, but more of like an ultimate edition for Xbox Series X.
Like from the way he's describing it, it sounds like we've been given a budget now. We're going to do things we previously couldn't with this. That's what it sounds like he's saying, at
That
least to
maybe.
me. So-
Whatever. Next game. Private Division. Oh, is this the initiative? Private Division.
I guess if I can give them anything, the pacing is fine enough. Though I wish we could have learned more about Everwild.
Yeah, like did anyone even catch what? Oh, is this some? Oh, is this Outer Worlds or something? Again? Maybe it look like that those.
It does look like Other Worlds.
The Gorgon asteroid. A sordid stopover. Full of salacious secrets. And scandalous strangers.
What's a series of unfortunate events now? The Scandalous Strangers, book the
Also,
15th.
it also looks a bit like Pluto Nash.
Oh no.
Can put you on the
Well, it does take place in the outer worlds of space.
Yeah, this looks. Oh, is this another multiplayer brawler of sorts?
Oh, no. Outer Worlds is,
I know what Outer Worlds is. Now that I'm seeing the gameplay, it doesn't seem like it's Outer Worlds.
Maybe it's a spin-off?
Yeah, it's probably like some kind of battle royale that they've got. Judging from the gameplay that I'm seeing here. Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
the Outer Worlds.
No, it
Carol
is.
Long Gorgon.
it is Outer Worlds.
So it's a battle royale spin-off of Outer Worlds.
No. By the looks of it, it
Interesting.
looks like another main series game, just smaller
Basically,
scale.
Private Division is a label 2K made for like other games.
Oh, it's this game, the one where you shrink
Grounded.
down.
Yeah, Grounded. I'm not really caring about it. Like, it's an interesting concept. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think they're doing that. Wait, Cyberpunk 2077? What?
Wait,
Wait, excuse me?
So they're gonna have a crossover between Grounded and Cyberpunk. Okay.
Either that or Cyberpunk really took an interesting shift in
Art
tone of
direction
genre.
change.
The makers of games that are nothing like this one.
Okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure this game will be fine, but Microsoft needs more than this. They
Oh,
need
wait.
some big banger that makes you go, oh god, I gotta get an Xbox now.
I wonder if that Outer Lancing we saw may have been DLC for the current Out of Worlds game, maybe.
Okay, maybe. Well, some kind of multiplayer.
There was
expansion of
something on the
sorts?
bottom right, but I couldn't read it in time.
It's not.
Whatever.
It's not really multiplayer,
Oh,
Pedro.
Battletoads. Well,
Us-
whatever it is, it's DLC. Fine, whatever.
Okay, I'm
Outer
just
Worlds
gonna
is
say it. The,
Grounded.
Otherwise, is good, but it's not my bag either.
I'll just say it. The best thing shown so far here has probably been the Halo game stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If only because that feels like that's been the most fleshed out stuff. And like I said, Halo has the potential to be. Oh,
Oh, he's describing it now. Hold on.
oh, okay. So I was right. It is an expansion pack.
Okay. Sure.
Why didn't you just talk about this after showing us the trailer? Why did you show us? Oh, never mind. I see. The two are intertwined.
With Inner Survival Game. Now, what's great is that you're going to be able to play the game on July 28th on Xbox Game Preview and on Steam Early Access.
Oh, and I'm seeing right now something here on Twitter. The trailer for Everwild says Series X and PC. It doesn't mention Xbox One, which means it will only come out after 2022. Because remember, Microsoft said that during the first 2 years, there's not going to be they're going to have cross-gen stuff. So,
Okay, so what's this then?
what's next? Ooh, a new
Another Obsidian game.
Oh, finally a new IP. Hallelujah.
I forgot Obsidian's owned by Microsoft.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Obsidian was one of the big buys Microsoft made during that big ploy to buy studios and, do stuff with them.
Well, about fucking time.
Yeah. Welcome to the game where you get to play as the Arrow.
Now our oaths are lost.
Huh?
This can't be too far along in development, though, considering Outer Worlds was released last year.
Unless
and,
they had another team working on it.
I was going to say it was Lord of the Rings for a
Well,
second.
well, that's the thing, Joe, but the other team supposedly would be the Grounded team, so they have 3 teams, apparently.
Hmm.
Of a crown.
And the name is...
Yeah.
Avowed.
Avo?
Avowed?
Avowed.
Avo? How the hell do you pronounce that?
Avowed.
Avowed?
Avowed. Sorry,
Avowed?
avowed. As
What
you're like,
that word
you're
is?
So
like,
that's the best sounding pronunciation,
like-
avowed.
like disavowed. You just take out the dis.
Oh, hi, Matt.
Matt Booty.
The head of first party at Microsoft.
And his name is Booty.
Matt Booty, yes.
Okay, let's listen to what he has to say and try not to laugh at the name.
Sorry, I can't.
I've seen funnier names.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
his first name could have been Mai or something.
Always with the goal of empowering them to bring their ideas to life. I'm excited to announce our work with Interior Night, a new studio led by some of the most talented storytellers in our industry. Let's meet Caroline Marshall, studio head of Interior Night, to debut their original game.
Alright, so what's this new one? Oh, and it's in London.
Bonjour, I'm Caroline from Interior Night.
Oh, Carolyn Marshall?
Oh,
Holy crap!
You recognize this woman?
Remember Jova? She's the former head of gameplay at Quantic Dream, and she quote along with other Quantic Dream employees to found the platonic games of Quantic Dream of sorts.
Huh.
And so she's gonna try to out cage David Cage.
Wow.
Good for you, lady.
So my guess is she decided to go for Microsoft as the publisher. Let's see what's okay. I'm actually interested in this. What you got, lady?
It's about how you will shape the fate of real, flawed people trying to find their way in a world they don't fit in. I hope you enjoyed the trailer.
All right, let's see what you got.
Okay,
let's see.
Yeah.
Microsoft really likes that term.
Yeah, they do. Phil Spencer specifically. This has been a thing since Phil Spencer took over.
Int./Knight presents.
That's Callan Studio. Yeah. So this is yet another second-party game.
Aw, look at this happy family. What could possibly go wrong?
But there's still images.
An original interactive drama. Yeah, of course, it's Carol Marshall. So
Yeah, again, it's she's going to outcage David Cage.
They're using still. It's like still gaming the game.
Okay. Maybe they're trying to go for a comic book style of presentation?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Everything else is 3D except the character models.
I guess stylization.
Maybe Microsoft didn't give them that much of a big budget, because remember, this is their first game. This is this studio's first game. Technically, they're a newcomer, so Microsoft probably doesn't want to risk giving them too much of a big budget because they're inexperienced, technically. Oh. Is that natural? No, never mind. For a moment there, it felt like it transitioned into 3D or something. Okay, I understand what you're going for with this presentation, but it's
as dusk falls.
I understand what you're going for.
Oh my god!
I'm not paid to finish.
I understand what you're going for. Oh, Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory.
What have you got?
Hellblade 2.
Oh, actually, no. This isn't to me. I thought it was gonna be.
I'll finish later, Shira. Don't worry.
Sure.
It's probably for the best it's not to meme Blibs. He's not really.
Hellblade 2, finally, Hellblade 2, a AAA game that people actually give a crap about. And it's not my kind of thing. I didn't really like the first one, but it's a beloved game, so sure.
Now only time will tell. Will Ninja Fury manage to pull this off, or will they fall to the usual Ninja Fury curse?
Well, Hellblade 1 is for the most part beloved, so I mean, I didn't like it personally, but I just found the gameplay to be very badly put together, in particular. The story's great, don't get me wrong, it's just that the gameplay was eh.
That's the Ninja...
Oh, so they went to so they based the game off Iceland.
How
That's
nice.
the thing, because here in Britain, Iceland is the name of a chain of food shops. And you have to go to their YouTube channel to find out more.
It's been so touching to see the impact that Hellblade's Senua's Sacrifice has had on so many players, and we're incredibly thankful to all of the fans that have been part of Senua's story so far. For you to be part of our development journey from here on out.
Yeah, so I guess you have to go to their website to find out more.
Wait. Was that all we got about Hellblade 2?
Well, it's like they said, they have a YouTube.
Well, Jova, the game is still not that far into development, so they don't have much to... Oh, that's Double Fine.
No, Double Fine.
Hey, Double
Fine, yes.
So do you guys have something new for us? Oh, hey Jack Black, what are you doing here? What? Oh my god, don't tell me Jack Black is playing the new main character in their new game.
Peter McConnell, composer.
Holy crap, Jack's new beard is amazing.
I know, right?
He's trying to outdo Tim Schafer's one.
Oh, Psychonauts. Oh, is he gonna be in Psychonauts too?
I hope you don't mind Poppins.
And hey, shut the door on us. How are we supposed to know?
Or is it meant to be? Nah. Hopefully it will. I like Psychonauts, so cool.
Oh, well, I mean, you got Jack Black here, you might as well have him sing.
Just a thought is all I've got. Now my cover's low at the bottom of a lake, a frozen feeling. When my friends pulled me back up, I started.
So I guess they're showing us Psychonauts. I mean, that's nice, but is this an update on Psychonauts 2? Which, you know, that's probably going to be multi-plat.
Yeah, we're having a Jack Black song.
Psychonauts 2 is a multi-plat, Joe. Remember, that game started development before Microsoft acquired them.
I know. That's exactly what I said. Still, though, a song by Jack Black. That's pretty neat. Okay, you know, while we can talk about this being multi-plat, Psychonauts 2 is a good thing to show because a lot of people are waiting to see that game.
But aren't Double Fine owned by Microsoft, though?
Yes, but here's the thing. Psychonauts 2 was in development before Microsoft bought Double Fine. And
because of contracts, they still have to publish it on the PS4.
And the P... Oh, God. Yeah, obviously it would be on that anyway. Well, the game looks awesome. Yep, Psychonauts 2.
Thank you, Microsoft. I look forward to playing this on my PS4.
Weird, though. They didn't...
Well, unless they cancelled it.
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, unless they cancelled anything that wasn't on Microsoft, I mean.
Wait for you to experience the amazing games built by Xbox Game Studios. And there is just so much more for you to play on Xbox. We are partnering with thousands of creators, from the largest
I guess I can take this time to finish what I was saying earlier. Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on.
There is one developer in particular that is close to us, not just
Oh.
geographically, but in history too. I'm thrilled
Nintendo.
our friends at Bungie
Oh, Bungie.
Oh, Bungie?
Oh, is it a new Destiny game? Probably.
If you are one
all current Destiny 2 expansions available. Oh, my guess is on Game Pass. So Destiny 2 entirely is coming. Yeah, Game Pass Ultimate. There you go.
What's the difference between Ultimate and regular Game Pass?
Game Pass Ultimate comes with Xbox Gold, meaning you can play free multiplayer, but it costs more, of course.
Ah, yeah, I figured.
Xbox Series X. 4K resolution running at 60 frames per second. Here's an all-new look at Bungie's Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
Ah, boy, Destiny 2.
I guess I can take it this time to finish then, since Destiny is kind of...
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just give the recap. Destiny 2 got marred thanks to Activision and Bungie not seeing eye to eye. Activision tried to force in the microtransactions, didn't go so well, and Destiny 2 turned out to be a pretty big failure. Bungie took their stuff and left, and they cracked a bottle of champagne of finally being free from the shackles of Activision. The killers of the War for Cybertron series. Back to you, Pedro.
Okay, to talk again about Carolyn Marshall's first game. Okay, and I'm assuming the reason it's done like that and not, with like the same kind of thing that she used to do back at Quantic Dreams, because Microsoft probably, like I said, gave her not that big a budget because they're technically a newcomer studio, even though she's an experienced developer. Technically, this is a newcomer studio, so Microsoft doesn't want to take too big a risk with them just yet. That's cool. I'm okay with that. This was the same thing back when Loha made the first Dark Cloud, so that's cool. Hold on. Yeah, November 10th. Not that.
I mean, okay. For anyone
I'm sure Destiny fans care, but that's not really my thing.
Well, Destiny fans are all left. I swear, every time I see the Xbox Series X, I mistake it for either a giant PC or a refrigerator.
Yeah, it just looks like a tower to me.
I mean, well, that's kind of the thing, Shira. Remember, Microsoft, so PC, so they're trying to go for a tower PC look, you know, because...
I just hope it's not as big and bulky as, you know, the look suggests.
Alright.
World premiere.
Oh, these apparently be exclusively on Xbox consoles.
Console launch exclusive.
Launch exclusive, specifically.
Blah, blah.
Oh?
So it'll come to PC eventually.
Game World.
Well, actually, Shira, console exclusive means it's exclusive. It's only on the Xbox console, but it's also on PC as well, because they usually treat PC as separately. It's all.
Well, it said launch exclusive, so I'm not sure if that means it'll be released on PC later down the line.
From my experience, normally that usually means they're releasing it on console first, and then they'll eventually bring it to PC with Microsoft.
Well, we can check how it is at the end of the trailer, because they usually say that at the end of the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is this?
Well, it's from Game World.
I'm guessing it's something new since it's a world premiere.
What do we get to play as that nail that hit the ground?
Huh.
Well, I mean, there's been a game recently where we play as a cat, so what's gonna be the line at this point?
Maybe we'll get to play as a terror that flaps in the night.
Or maybe we get to play as a building.
Dark and spooky imagery.
Spooky. Oh my god, it's man in protective uniform.
Stalker 2.
Xbox Series X and Windows PC. So there you go, it's coming.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So Stalker 2, was there a first Stalker?
I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry, Joe.
I didn't even heard of the first one.
Whatever. Next game. Oh, this looks Bioshock-ish, maybe? I don't know.
I wonder. The Bioshock team has been pretty quiet, all things considered.
Didn't they disband after Infinite?
Ah, that would explain a lot. If I were to... Oh?
Okay, so what is this? Fat Shark.
Fat Shark.
Warhammer. Okay. So it's a third-party game, basically.
But it's a console launch exclusive.
So, but yeah, okay, so second-party, kind of.
Well, possibly third-party with timed exclusivity, who knows.
We'll have to wait and see what it says in the trailer. Warhammer.
Dark Tide.
Dark Tide. Anybody familiar with this thing?
Nope.
I'm not familiar with Warhammer.
No.
I'm more familiar with Warhammer the franchise, not Warhammer the company.
Well, that was a thing. I don't know what it is, but it's a thing. It's
and another world premiere.
I'm guessing it's a shooter, but I didn't see any gameplay, so...
Enhance.
Enhance what, exactly? Oh.
Enhance,
Oh, it's one of those feel-good trailers.
Let me guess, FMV game.
Yeah, we get to play as the people playing a game.
Very confused so far.
Gamer Simulator.
Yes.
Look at all those...
No, that's Gamer Guild wins.
No, that's video game streaming. This is just an average video game.
Not sure. You get to play as a guy playing a video game.
So...
Well, I don't know what else it could be yet.
So, let's see.
Oh, an interactive LP. That's interesting.
Tetris?
Tetris?
What?
Wait, is this Tetris Effect?
Probably.
It seems very Tetris Effect.
Oh, are the blocks people now?
Okay.
What?
That was the VR, like a PlayStation VR game, though.
What?
Well, actually, Shiroi, a lot of there's also Oculus Rift on PC, Shiroi.
What the heck?
Third-party VR
Yeah,
games
this is Tetris Effect, it looks like.
Yeah, it's Tetris Effect, I think.
Weird. I thought that was a Sony exclusive.
No, it's not. Well, Tetris is not the Sony IP.
No. I'm talking about Tetris Effect.
Connected.
So it's like a multiplayer. Oh, so it's an updated version of the single-player game with multiplayer edition.
If I remember correctly, I think Tetris Effect is on Oculus Rift, so it's so.
Okay.
From the creators of SteamWorld.
Tetris Effect is a pretty cool version of Tetris.
That said, though, this will probably be in the PS5 as well, but I digress. Okay, I think I've noticed a bit of an issue with this showcase here. Out of the games shown, I think we've gotten to see gameplay for like 3 of them. We saw Halo gameplay, we saw Psychonauts gameplay, and maybe some of that Outer Worlds gameplay. But, in terms of full-on gameplay, not really much shown. Heck, some games haven't only gotten a cinematic trailer at best.
But hold on, Joe. But that was the primary complaint of their previous stream, and they said they were going to take that feedback into account. So...
Honestly, my main problem is that it doesn't have the same variety as the PS5 showcase.
Not just that, Shiroi. The PS5 showcase showed, I think at the very least, games that were overall more interesting.
Are they going to show the price of the console?
Probably not.
Will they?
Oh yeah. Are we ever gonna know how much these things are? Like
it's like they're playing. It's like they're playing.
Both Xbox and PlayStation are waiting for the other one to blink first.
Yeah,
so...
it's like a game of chicken with them.
Hey, instead of leaking Nintendo Directs, can somebody leak the price of these consoles, please?
The gunk.
I mean, it looks kind of interesting, but I don't know.
Oh, this one isn't a world premiere.
It's just
this is Bloober. Butterfly.
Ooh.
Or is this the butterfly effect or something?
Yes.
But okay.
Maybe it's until maybe it's until Dawn 2 or something.
No,
never mind. The developers are working on Man of Madness.
Ah, Dahlia burned it. I tried to cut myself off, but the voices, they just wouldn't stop calling out to me.
Is this yeah, you said Dahlia. Is this Dahlia Hawthorne after she got banished to the spirit?
Maybe.
She just turned into a butterfly that has to get burnt repeatedly, and that's her hell, I guess.
That's Maya's job from that one.
Sure, what you said about the lack of variety, I think that touches base on the gameplay. Maybe these games could have more variety if we saw more of them, but we don't really get to see enough of them.
Potentially, yes.
The problem is that at best we just really have mainly cinematics to go off of, and those don't always make for a good games presentation.
Oh.
I mean, this conference/presentation isn't inherently bad or awful. It's just I was a hell of a lot more excited about the PS5 one.
If there's one thing the PS5 one had, it was showing a good amount of the gameplay in the trailers to keep us excited and to show us a better full package of the game.
And as Pedro said during that commentary, there was stuff for pretty much everyone.
Whereas in here, don't get me wrong, the variety is definitely an improvement over previous Xbox streams. But like Jova said, we don't even get to see. For example, that game made that whole Warhammer game from before. I'm assuming it's a shooter, but again, I don't know.
It seems like this person has a spiritual connection.
Oh, she literally cut herself out of a uterus.
You play two games at once.
Do you control both characters or just?
I think you maybe do, and you can swap between the two.
Maybe if they showed us the gameplay, we would know this.
I guess there's.
Is the gameplay medium?
I guess they're.
Okay.
Okay.
Medium, sure.
We actually have heard about this game before.
Well, back to world premieres.
It's a second-party game that we've already heard about.
It could be interesting.
I'll admit.
Another world premiere.
I'll admit.
Sega.
I'll admit. Medium was one of the more interesting games we saw last time.
Is this Panzer Dragoon or something?
What? Panzer Dragoon already came out.
Maybe it's it's Phantasy Star Online. There you go.
Oh, yeah,
remember, they
that's
weren't-
right.
they're not-
Microsoft reminding us that they are finally bringing Phantasy Star 2
we still don't have it in
to the
Europe
West.
here,
Yeah,
by the
I was
way.
about to ask, does Europe have any look in? No?
Well, remember, Shiro, the Xbox games are region free now, so you can always import.
No, but this is an online game. It doesn't work that way.
Okay, like I said, kudos to Microsoft for finally making a lot of people's dreams come true and bringing Phantasy Star 2 Online over to the West. Kudos to that.
Unknown threats. Yeah, they're unknown. I can't know them. I can't get the game.
Yeah, we're Europeans, damn
Eh?
it.
Hold on. I just thought of something.
What?
If Tetris Effect is a VR game, then how the hell is it on Xbox? Xbox doesn't have VR.
I guess they can DVR it.
Okay. They'll probably again.
No, I think Tetris Effect can be played without VR, but I think it's recommended that you play it in VR.
Oh, okay then.
They'll probably, and even if
Someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think it is.
And even if that's not the case, I'm pretty sure that they'll find a way to convert the gameplay to work out for you without VR. Like, I mean, from what I understand, Tetris Effect is a game that could work without VR if you just tinker it.
Well, yeah,
right.
it's Tetris.
Well, yeah, obviously. The adventure starts now, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're Ubisoft, how do you fuck up Tetris?
Oh, God.
I mean, the reason people recommend you play it in VR is because of the sound design and the music, pretty much. It's like, it's for vibing. Tetris Effect is for vibing.
Console launch exclusive, another one. Let's see what's next.
Oh, it's not a world premiere.
Then...
Wait, we've seen this game before somewhere.
We have?
Well, we must have because it's not a world premiere. Feels familiar.
It's one of those forgettable games.
Microsoft.
The Remedy game. Okay. World premiere. Oh, so it is a world premiere.
Oh!
Why did you say world premiere at the start?
Okay, Microsoft, what the hell? Why didn't you, just say world premiere at the start?
That's the thing. Now world premieres might not be world premieres. The things that might not be world premieres might actually
Well, maybe
be.
they thought it was redundant because whoever made the trailer put it in there. I
Did
don't
they
know.
forget to put it at the start?
You can't trust anyone, not even yourself. So,
I mean that's like something being advertised as a video game, and yet it's not a video game.
So it's a, okay.
So Bandersnatch, I guess.
So it's a first-person shooter.
weird. I thought Remedy were more.
Yeah, they're usually more about third-person shooting adventure games. Than anything.
Weird.
Well, I mean, if you want to do something different, then more power to them, I guess.
Maybe Outer Worlds didn't sell too much, so they needed to start something a bit more...
Unless this is the Outer Worlds or something.
No, sorry, Control. Sorry.
Yeah.
Control.
Remedy aren't involved with Outer Worlds last I checked.
Crossfire
X.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Crossfire. Okay,
oh wait, we
mind.
did hear about this game from somewhere. Where did we hear about it?
Crossfire and Remedy is helping out with the development, but they're not the primary developer. That's it. We heard about that at XO. Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Hold on. Is that the show?
Well, it's nearly an
They're
hour.
just talking about the subscription at the moment. Subscription.
We're almost. Well, it's been almost an hour, Jova. So.
Okay. I guess at the very least the pacing did not feel terrible.
No. Well, the previous stream, to be fair, didn't have bad pacing either.
Upgrades available through
Hey,
Smart
see ya,
Delivery.
Faves.
Okay, yeah, we already know this. They already talked about the smart delivery. Can you talk about the backwards compatibility while you're at it, since that's actually one of the better features that you guys have? I guess not.
We didn't get to visit all of our Xbox Game Studios.
Oh?
That means we'll have more to share later this year. But until then, there's one more thing.
One more.
Oh.
One more. Let's see. World premiere.
Yeah.
Show us what you got. Oh, so now you're showing world premiere again, not before.
No, this might not be a world premiere now.
Oh, it's Fable. Playground Games! It's Fable! It's Fable 4!
Oh
finally!
my god. Are they
Jesus.
finally unveiling it?
What else people want?
You were talking about British developers, right? There you go. Lionhead Studios is no longer a thing, but Playground Games is also a British developer, and now they're the ones making Fable. So.
Yeah, Fable 4 has
Unless
needless.
this is a weird Harry Potter game.
Needless to say,
Finally.
Fable.
The rumored Harry Potter MMO thing.
Well, the worst kept secret in the world is finally revealed.
No, that was the Spyro remake. That was the Spyro.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Fable is known for having this kind of
Oh,
humor.
yep, that's right.
Okay, well, the fairy died.
He died.
But yeah,
Oh,
Fable.
so it is, so it's a reboot, not a Fable 4.
It's just Fable.
I
Well,
get-
the Fable continuity gotten so
that's
messed
it?
up.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
Oh,
they
come
did say
on,
this was the one more thing.
Well,
so.
I get that, but that's it? That's all you have to show for Fable?
Has it only
Oh,
just
okay, I
started
see.
development or something?
Okay. Now, then the latest Fable game is something a lot of people waited for in anticipation, mainly because Fable 3 kind of killed the franchise.
I mean,
We
considering
just
this-
saw the poor fairy die, damn it.
And now you see her die again.
I mean, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I didn't expect to see full-blown gameplay, but I think a longer trailer would have been a bit better. Like the trailer wasn't even 30 seconds long.
It's the same problem with Gods and Monsters first showing. Like, really, this is a game people have been waiting for quite some time to see, and it's literally just a quick little snippet of cinematic action.
Wow, people in SSMB are not liking this. Golf is like, Tetris Effect and the Gunk are saving this shit. And Ryan's like, man, this conference has been a whole bundle of nothing so far.
Meanwhile,
so people in SSMB are not liking this.
Oh, the people on Motobug aren't liking it either.
Same thing.
Yes.
I thought it was okay, but that's the problem. We need better than okay.
Like, okay, here's the problem. Microsoft were touting this show as going to be something that would show the PS5 conference who was boss, and I'm sorry, like, okay,
No.
look, the game shown may be amazing, but you wouldn't necessarily know that from watching this stuff. Like, hell, even what's arguably the best thing that was shown, Halo Infinite, even that only showed just so much gameplay, but not enough of, well, ironically, not enough of the story for me to really
Well,
get a
apparently
good
there's
gauge.
going to be a post show on YouTube, I think.
It's post shows don't have reveals. Like, if they were gonna reveal it, they would show here.
I guess what James means is that maybe the post show will show more about the gameplay, but even still, though. Okay.
I expected nothing, and I'm still disappointed. Go ahead. Just a bit at least.
This was technically a sufficient showing, but that's the best I can call it. Sufficient. Like, now, if I were expecting huge and heavy stuff, I'd have been disappointed because, arguably, I'll start off with positives. The pacing was good. Good on them for that. I actually didn't realize the amount of time passing by. So the pacing did feel nice and fluid. Halo Infinite looks like it'll be pretty good. Psychonauts 2 is looking pretty great. And hey, more Ori, that's nice. Gunk looks interesting. That's pretty much it for my major positives. Everything else I can just say is it looks nice, but the biggest problem was the lack of gameplay footage. I cannot get it.
Let me interrupt you just for a bit. Figo said something really that after Phil's fighting words, like you said, this is because Phil was saying that he felt that this showcase was going to be a lot better than the PS5s. He said after Phil's fighting words, I kind of expected more. Like gameplay. There you go.
Like,
go ahead.
That is the major problem with this stream. The lack of gameplay.
I mean, we got gameplay for Halo.
Yeah, I mean,
we already knew that game was coming out, Debs.
Okay, yes. Gameplay for Halo, that's nice. And like I said, maybe it was to try and get the faith back into Halo. The problem is that, the gameplay looks fine, but it looks like typical Halo fare, and not even Halo at its best. Like, I get it, maybe you want to save the cooler stuff for actually playing the game, but it just felt more run-of-the-mill. Again, it's nice to see that the gameplay will be nice, but that's all I can really say for Halo Infinite so far. Psychonauts 2, that game looks amazing. And hey, Jack Black being involved, sign me up.
Like I said, I look forward to playing that game on my PS4.
And I on my PC or PS4. Wait, is that coming to PS4?
Yes, it is, Joe. I can show you if you want.
Okay, yeah. But, yeah. Lack of gameplay was a huge factor here. Also, yes, Hellblade 2, that's certainly a thing. We're just here to remind you about that. Like, that showing was pitiful. Like, that was literally stuff we have seen before. It's just there to remind us, yes, this exists. And it's nice to be reminded that it exists, but you didn't have anything more to show us? That was pathetic. Crossfire. I had literally forgotten about that game, so it was nice to be reminded that it exists. And, well, again, a lot of stuff is a blur here, because I can pretty much sum it up like this. Not enough was shown to necessarily get my faith in it. And like Shirai said, it kind of makes it feel like there's a lack of variety here. Like, who knows, maybe these games are nice and varied, but we won't necessarily know until we see them full and through. The one made by Carolyn, that game looks like it could be interesting. Don't know if it'll be my cup of tea. And finally, there was the new Fable game. It's a cinematic trailer of a fairy getting killed by a frog. Don't get me wrong, that was funny, but no gameplay. So, yeah, seriously, Microsoft, get your crap together. Next.
Can I go next?
Sure.
I want to go last because I have a lot to say.
Sure.
Again, yeah, from all respects, it was fine, but none of these games really made me want to go and outright and buy an Xbox Series X or S or P or whatever they're doing.
And still no mentioning of a
main problem.
And still no mentioning of a price. Seriously.
Oh yeah.
Well, granted. Okay, well, to be fair, we haven't got a price for the PS5 either.
Well, I know that goes for both of them.
Jova. Neither Microsoft nor Sony want to sacrifice their queens.
Yeah, that's why it's funny, Dwebs. Not because, Xbox didn't do it, but we know Sony didn't do it either. The point is, they're just waiting for each other to reveal it.
Yeah, what if they end up saying it at exactly the same time or something?
They'll have to eventually if they want to eventually release the plastic consoles.
No, we're only going to find out when we take the consoles to the cashier and we hear the price of them.
Yeah, we have the price covered over by a question mark. They take it to the till, they take it off, it's like £1,000.
There's a rumored state of play on August, because we already knew that Sony said that they still had more to show. Because and there was already talkings of an August showing, and there's now new rumors of an August state of play. So maybe then maybe Sony will take the initiative and show the price there. Who knows? That's
again,
one of them has to
blink. Again, that's like I said so far. The only Microsoft exclusive that I'm interested in maybe getting a Series S, A, B,
ABCD
CD for is Flight Simulator, because my laptop can't run it.
Yeah, here you go. I can show you. Here's the
and I mean, Halo looks alright, and so does Psychonauts. But that from memory, that's about it. And again, the best part about the Fable trailer was Tinkerbell dying. But other than that. That's really about it. It's fine, but so far I'm still on the side of PS5. I apologize for that rhyme. But anyway, that's it. That's me. I'll be right back.
All right.
Before Shirai moves on, I would like to state for the audience, because I've already linked it for everybody else here. PlayStation Universe, which is in one of the many PlayStation reporting websites, has already talked about Psychonauts 2 and showed even the trailer of Jack Black and everything. So yeah, the Psychonauts 2 is still coming to the PS4 as we've been told before. So
That should eventually come to.
I look forward to playing Psychonauts 2 on my PS4. Microsoft, thanks for showing it a bit.
Honestly, knowing Microsoft's stance, I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually see a Psychonauts collection available on the Nintendo Switch as well, considering how much Microsoft loved to share stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Shirai, go on.
I don't have much to say anyway. Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff, like you said, seems like it could be varied, but there wasn't enough gameplay to determine anything. Because, I mean, not everything had gameplay for the PS5 showcase, but what needed to have gameplay did have gameplay, and it was a lot easier to decide. So, maybe later down the line, some of these games will look pretty cool, but right now, I just don't really care all that much about what was shown here. Especially as somebody who is just, like, it kind of makes it worse in my case, like, just going for, like, my opinion here, but I'm kind of not really into the whole hyper-realistic oversaturation that is going on in this industry lately. So without gameplay, I'm just put off by a lot of this.
Yeah.
Again, I'll wait for gameplay. I'll go into this with an open mind, maybe because they said they'll show more later on. So, fair enough. But for now, I don't really care. The PS5 gave me a lot more reason to actually care. And anything I do like from this showcase will appear on PC anyway, so...
Did you like Psychonauts 2?
Yeah, that's fine.
You can get it on your PS4. So.
I will.
I definitely get what you mean, though, sure. It's like, well, take something like Bioshock, for example. On paper, Bioshock's just an FPS. But when you see the gameplay, you'll see it's much more than just your typical FPS.
Although that'd be ironic, though.
Also,
because
Bioshock
Psychonauts 2
actually
is
interests me from...
Because Psychonauts 2 is actually being published by Xbox Game Studios, so imagine seeing that logo on a PS4 game.
You were
Have
saying,
you ever played the Psychonauts 1, Shiroi?
No.
You can get it on the PS4 as a PS2 classic, the PS2 version.
Anyway, you were saying, Shiroi?
Jeez, I can't remember now.
About Bioshock.
You were talking about how...
Oh, Bioshock, yeah.
Yeah.
That has the advantage of also interesting me on a narrative and story standpoint.
True.
Which we haven't seen a lot of here, but I'm not going to dock points for that because a lot of these are just teaser trailers. So, they don't really...
Question, what did you guys think of Cal and Marshall's game? Just because I haven't mentioned
that
could potentially be interesting, especially because...
they're still gaming the game.
I already mentioned that, it looks like it could be interesting, but I don't know if it'll be my speed here. The stylization of it being mainly stills is somewhat interesting, so I'm waiting to see more of how it plays out.
I mean, I know it's not quite visual novel, but it's similar enough that this is something I could potentially be interested in, so I would like to see more of it. And, I've seen enough of David Cage. I'd like to see what his former employees would create. That is something I'd actually look into. But in general, this conference was okay as a conference. I just still don't really care. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro.
A little thing before I start. I'm checking the Twitter accounts of all the Xbox dudes that I follow for the last 7 months now, ever since I've gotten in touch with these people.
Oh boy.
The overall general consensus is filled. Here, let me show you guys this tweet, because this tweet is great, because a lot of people are already showing...
Is the general consensus Phil lied to us? We want his head on a platter?
No. There you go.
Oh.
Phil did it again.
That's
Phil.
good.
Alright, basically everybody... I'm sorry you can't see this in the video, but Jova, when you render this, think you can... If I give you this video, think you can put it in there somewhere?
If you can get me the video, sure, yeah, I can put it in.
I'll try to get it for you. I've already saved the link.
You could just put it at the end here, since we're doing our final thoughts anyway.
Because it's too great not to show. Okay, so let me just finish my earlier thought about Carolyn Marshall's new game. Okay, I get it. You're trying to go for a more stylized presentation because you don't have the budget that you used to have back at the Quantum Dream. That's cool. I'm okay with that. I love the way Sonic and the Black Knight looks. So it's not like I'm not okay with this kind of thing. Unlike Sonic and the Black Knight, though, I don't know. The overall way the cutscenes are presented felt very stilted to me. Like, the characters don't even... Let me put it like this. When you took a look at the cutscenes in Sonic and the Black Knight, there's still pictures, but there's movement in it still. Like, they have the characters bump around. There's also that effect of that looks like you're watching a painting, like that little shaky effect.
It had... Okay. I think I can describe it well. It definitely had the feeling that the characters were literally on a page, storybook-wise, and it sort of felt like, it was you flipping the pages at times with them here and there, with their movements here and there. Whereas with Carol and Marshall's game, it's literally just characters acting still, but their hair still blows in the wind for whatever reason. It's weird.
Exactly. Okay. So that's about it. Okay, it looks stilted. I don't know. I get that it's a low-budget game. I get that. I'm assuming it is, at least, because that's the most likely explanation. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Well, I don't know. Right now, I'm just making that assumption until I'm proven wrong, because I don't have any other evidence to go off from. Yeah, I don't know. Unlike with Black Knight, I don't think they're doing it all that well. The stylization thing, they're it's very stilted. The drawings don't move. Okay, let me put it like this. You know how Jova was incredibly harsh on the presentation of Fairfence Ref, where the sprites barely moved. And every time they moved, Jova was like, "Oh my crap, it moved!" That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. It felt very stilted. Come on. Okay, I get it. You go for a stylization. Have the characters move. Have the drawings move, as in not animated. I'm not saying animated. I mean, have the drawings move from one place to another. Instead, we just have images being shown to us. It felt a bit stilted to me, the presentation. It doesn't look all that engaged. Okay, maybe. Okay, if the story is the story in this game better be fucking fantastic to make up for that, because the presentation and as we've talked about, look at Ace Attorney. With Ace Attorney, has fantastic presentation because it's a visual novel type game. So of course the presentation is very important because it's you're trying to sell the story to the player. This is the same thing. Therefore, the presentation should at the very least be good. And it doesn't seem to be on that level for me. So yeah, not that impressed with that game. I have no idea as for what else they showed. Avowed looks interesting.
Oh my god, I almost forgot about that game. It has a weird name.
It's an Obsidian game, so I know it's going to be an RPG. I don't know anything else. I don't know what kind of RPG is it, because they only showed the CGI trailer. It could be good. It could be great. But I don't know. So I don't know. See, here's the thing. This is the problem. You're trying to sell I'll finish before I get to my main points. What else did they show? Psychonauts 2 looks great. I'll be sure to play it on my PS4. Thanks, Phil. What else? Grounded... I'm sorry, I just can't bring myself to care about Grounded. I'm sorry, I just can't. It looks okay-ish. It doesn't look like a terrible game or anything like that, but it just looks so mediocre and whatever. I cannot bring myself to care about that game. I'm sure some people will like it. Teo in particular is interested about it. Sure, I guess, but it's not a reason to buy the fucking console. It's not. Especially considering how it's going to be on Xbox One anyway. What else? What else did they show? They showed Warhammer. I don't know what that game is, because it was just a CGI trailer.
Actually, Pedro, Warhammer was the name of the company behind the game.
Oh yeah, so what's the name of the game?
I'm trying to remember.
Exactly my problem. Thanks, Jova.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Stuff can't really leave much of an impact when we barely see anything of it.
Exactly. The point is that game by Warhammer, it looks like it's a shooter, but I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'm assuming it is. But what can I say about the game, really? I can't really say anything. I don't know anything about that game. Ugh, God. What else? Fable. I own Fable 1 on my Xbox One. I haven't actually gotten around to playing it yet. But I do own it, so I do intend on one day maybe trying it out, see how it is. But I am at the very least glad that Fable was finally fucking revealed. Oh, and allow me to since we were talking about it earlier, allow me to recap something that Shuri just brought to our attention via Twitter. Tetris Effect Connected will come as a free update to PS4 and Oculus Rift. See, I told you Tetris Effect was on Oculus Rift. Oculus Quest in summer 2021. So basically, Tetris Effect Connected is indeed coming to all platforms. So, whatever.
Yeah, like I said,
right.
it would.
I know, I just wanted to give the definitive confirmation.
Fair enough.
From an official
Yeah,
source.
because it wasn't 100% clear in the actual conference.
Deal, yeah.
But yeah, carry on.
What else? Yeah, Fable. Fable! It's like a 20-second teaser. I'm sorry, this game has been in development for a year now. You need to show a bit more than that. I'm not saying you need to show gameplay. But show more than just a 20-second CG. Okay, I get it. You're going to show a CG trailer. Okay, fine. This game has been in development for a year. So obviously you don't have that much gameplay you can show. That's cool. But show a CGI trailer with more than that. All we saw was... don't get me wrong, I like the joke with the fair being eaten by the frog. You know, that's classic Fable from what I've heard. Because Fable apparently, from what I've heard, has a lot of that, you know, that kind of, you know, dark British humor in it. So cool. But I need more than that. You need more than that, especially considering how you've been keeping this game hidden for so long now. Go ahead. We wanted to say something?
No.
Okay. What else did they show?
Well, Fable was the... Oh, right, yeah.
Halo Infinite. It looks fine, I guess. Again, speaking as someone who has never touched a Halo game before. So I literally have zero knowledge of the thing. Zero.
It's like I said. It's like I said. They showed Halo at its most basic, but not at its best. Like, maybe it's them trying to save the better stuff for later, but personally, I feel like, considering how much Halo has fallen on hard times thanks to free industries really damaging its reputation with 4 and 5, that you could maybe afford to show some of the more bombastic moments. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What else? What else did they show? Halo Infinite. Sorry, I wasn't finished with Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite looks okay. It does. It looks okay, but does it look? Oh my God, this looks amazing. I need to get me an Xbox for that. No. And that's the big problem. Yes, Halo Infinite is coming, but Halo Infinite doesn't have that same pull it once had back in the Bungie days. It doesn't, because ever since Bungie left the franchise took a nosedive in quality. And as a result, it lost a lot of relevance among modern gamers.
God, can you imagine if something like that happened
in a world where Apex Legends and Fortnite are the most played multiplayer games out there, does Halo multiplayer stand a chance with this? I don't think so, to be honest. It doesn't seem to be showing anything. I'm sure Halo fans will be interested in and will get it. But that's the thing, you know, like...
Honestly, even Halo fans are feeling jaded after 5, so Microsoft are going to have to do a lot to see that this one sells well.
And not to mention, okay, they showed that bearded guy from the campaign and blah, blah, blah. I don't know, maybe Halo fans will understand what that guy was talking about. I didn't. Maybe, I don't know. The point is, Halo Infinite looks okay. It looks like a perfectly serviceable first-person shooter. But guess what? Gears 5 is also a perfectly serviceable cover-based shooter. But it's a very bad Gears game.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly going to... Okay, Fear for Free has shown before that... Because remember, I can speak for Halo Wars, but the Master Chief Collection came out broken and was only fixed 4 years later. Halo 4 was iffy. Halo 5 was terrible from what I've heard. So I'm not exactly, you know, like, okay, so the gameplay looks competent. Well, good job. You've managed to make a competent looking first-person shooter. You want a cookie? It just doesn't look interesting to me. Like, it looks fine, but it's not something that I go out of my way to buy the Xbox for, because I don't know, like maybe one day. I do plan on. I just don't feel like it seems interesting to me. It looks fine, but not for me. What else did they show? Tell me why. Not my bag, but I'm sure people like Dwebs who like Don't Nod will like it. So cool. What else did they? I can't. Oh, the medium. Yeah, the medium looks cool. I will give it that. It has a really cool concept. It has a really cool concept. I don't know if I'm going to buy an Xbox for it, because I still haven't seen enough of it. Because I mean, did we even see gameplay for the medium?
We did. We technically did. We just didn't get it explained to us.
Because okay, so apparently you play as both a woman and her alter ego of sorts, or spiritual thing of sorts. But again, like Jova said, they didn't explain a goddamn thing to us, so I have no idea what it is. So I have to wait. It looks cool, but I still don't know what the gameplay is like. So, Hellblade 2. Okay, Hellblade 2. That once again is just nothing but a CG teaser. I get that.
Not only that, that was the same CG teaser from last time.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I literally remember that woman looking up and screaming, and honestly, it was more like, a Hellblade 2 dev looking to the camera and saying, yeah, it's coming. Like I said, only time will tell if it'll fall to the usual Ninja Fury curse anyway.
Well, Hellblade 2 is a very beloved game, so I do expect...
Wait. How can Hellblade 2 be beloved if it's not out yet?
The first game, sorry. The Hellblade 1 is a beloved game, so at the very least, I know that there's an audience for it, and the game does look really good, and has a really good original concept for a story. I just thought the puzzle gameplay in particular, was not good, let's just say. The combat was fine, but the puzzle design was, how I love my puzzle games, so I'm kind of a connoisseur of the genre. And the puzzle design in that game was, let's just say, I have issues with it, and that's all I'll say. I don't want to get into a rant about Hellblade. What else? I can't even remember anything else. Like the Outer Worlds expansion looks cool, I guess. I haven't played Outer Worlds yet, though. So, it looks like what God, what's the name? It looks like an older Fallout game,
Yes, that's sort of the idea here. Outer Worlds was kind of made by people who used to work for Bethesda, but left the company.
Now are Obsidian. Yeah.
Probably for the best, considering what Bethesda are like nowadays, and especially what Fallout has become.
I've never played a Fallout game before, so I have I don't know anything about it. So it could be cool, but I have no knowledge of it, so I can't speak for it. Looks like it's cool, I guess. I'm still a bit confused what this expansion is about, because I don't remember. Because from what I've seen of Outer Worlds, it doesn't seem to have shooting in it. But whatever.
I think it's just, in general, the Sony stuff had a lot of games with more staying power. They were either IPs that are tried and true and that we still love, or they had new IPs that, when they showed new IPs, they knew that they needed to show more to get us to care, essentially.
Mm-hmm. They showed Sackboy Adventure, and guess what? They showed the gameplay that did a great job in demonstrating what kind of platformer it was. It's a 3D platformer in the vein of 3D World. Cool. I love 3D World, so fine by me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this conference was okay. It was okay. However, everybody, you have to understand the context of where I'm coming from. The Xbox fan base is hungry for something amazing, and they keep not getting it. Because it's been okay, fine. Okay, I will give Phil credit. Finally, after 6 years with Avowed, he finally announced a new AAA first-party IP for the first time in 6 years. Yeah, that's how long it's been. And considering they're a $1 trillion company that makes consoles, that's unacceptable. That's beyond unacceptable. The fact that
shoot! I just remembered. None of us talked about Everwild.
Oh yeah, Everwild. I forgot about Everwild.
We still don't know what that game is.
It looks cute, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if is it an adventure game? Is it a games as a service like Sea of Thieves? Is it what? What is it? I don't know.
I swear that game literally just popped into my mind out of nowhere. But yeah, Everwild was a thing too.
Again, maybe if Microsoft would show gameplay of the bloody thing, maybe we would stay in our mind. Just saying, Phil.
Or give an explanation video. They were inconsistent with that.
Yeah, the explanation video did explain, but unfortunately, because we were talking over it, I couldn't quite catch much of it. I'll have to look at more again. But again, I still wanted to see gameplay, though.
Well, from what I'm seeing of people's reactions, apparently they still don't know what Everwild is.
Well, then, fuck. Yeah, so basically, okay, so Everwild looks cute, but I don't know what it is about, so whatever. Not to mention, I don't trust modern Rare to make a good game now, so I'm not exactly gonna...
Oh, but don't you see, Pedro, modern Rare can make a good game about, like, say, 3/4 of a year after it's officially released.
No, I'll stick to see what Platonic is making next. Fun fact, most of the complaints people had with the first ukulele have been fixed through patches, so at the very least there's that. I don't really have any interest in what Rare is making because almost all of the talented people at Rare have gone by this point, so it's a bit hard to care, to be honest. What else? Yeah, there's nothing more that I can think of. So let me back to okay. Understand this from the perspective of a larger context, everybody, because I have quite a bit to say about this. Phil Spencer and Aaron Greenberg told us, okay, we understand. We didn't show gameplay in our May showcase. We're sorry. We call it a gameplay showcase, and it doesn't have gameplay. We probably should have phrased this better. We're going to take that feedback into our July showcase. True, they said Xbox Games Showcase. It didn't say Gameplay Showcase. So I'm guessing that's where the feedback was incorporated, because you'd think after the backlash of the previous stream where they showed no gameplay, they would make their point to show gameplay, but no.
Why didn't...
Okay. To be fair, they did show gameplay of some stuff here and there, like Jova said, but like what, 3 games? Because most games in here, we didn't get to see any gameplay. Like, how tone deaf can a company be?
And for that matter, why didn't they just call this another Inside Xbox?
Yeah, because this is not this. Jova, let me ask you: if this was their E3, if E3 was still a thing this year, would you be satisfied with this E3 conference? I mean, because this is remember, this was supposed to be their replacement for the E3 conference that they would normally have this year.
I mean, okay, if this was literally how it was shown, again, it technically would get the mark, but God, for an E3 showing, this would feel embarrassing.
Yeah. Okay. You have to understand, everybody. We need Microsoft. It doesn't matter what you call it. Game showcase, gameplay showcase. We want to see bloody gameplay.
Seriously.
Dear Lord. You got backlash for the last time because of this, and apparently you didn't learn your lesson, did you?
The backlash is already coming in once again.
How tone deaf. Oh, and Dragon Quest XI is coming to the PS4 as well. See? I'm so tempted to go to my brother right now, because my brother was saying, no, it only said Xbox, and I'm like, the moment we're done here, I'm going to go to my brother and say, you are wrong and I was right. But anyway, now don't worry, guys, my brother and I, we love doing these kinds of things. It's a sibling thing. But I'm so glad now I can record that game on my PS4, which will look better. Don't get me wrong, the Switch version looks great, but they did downplay the graphics for the Switch version. But anyway.
Well, and now I don't have to worry about MIDI play through PS4.
Thank freaking Lord. But anyway, back to this. So, but is it going to be released as an update? Or is it a new... I hope it's an update. But anyway, I'll look into it later. Back to the topic. How tone deaf can a company be? okay, I want to address also the thing about the consumer friendliness. Okay, yes, Games Pass is good for those who just want to try out random games, kind of like how you try random movies and shows on your Netflix account. But I'm sorry, unless Games Pass is bring out some amazing first-party exclusive content, I'm sorry, that doesn't sell me on it. Unless the first-party stuff that Microsoft showed here look at best okay, and that's not convincing enough for me to buy an Xbox Games Pass subscription. Sorry, it isn't. Where's you know what I will? You probably want. Oh, Pedro, come on. What do you want, Pedro? I want a game on par with God of War, a game on par with Super Mario Odyssey, a game on par with Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's what I want, and I'm not seeing it here. And I'm not just saying, oh, come on, Pedro, not every game. Well, it's been 6 years since Microsoft has had a game on that level of quality. So I think we're about due for one, don't you think? Just saying.
And apparently a lot of the Xbox fan base agrees, well, those that haven't jumped ship to other consoles at this point.
Yeah, good job, Microsoft. Now I'll go back to playing Ghost of Tsushima. Go play Ghost of Tsushima, it's amazing. Where was I going with this? Yeah. So no, sorry, not to mention, okay, this is something that I've been wanting to share for a while now. I'll leave, okay, the point is, it was okay, but once again, Microsoft disappointed us by not giving us any, this should have been a big, and let me remind everybody, Phil Spencer was, you can look this up, I'm not lying, look this up if you don't believe me. You can look this up. Phil Spencer said publicly that he was confident that their showcase for this showcase was better than the PS5 showcase. A very bold statement to make. Which I think all of us can agree that no fucking way does this match up to the PS5 showcase.
Look, even if...
if we're even comparing similar games, at least I got gameplay out of the Gran Turismo 7 trailer. Forza
there was no Forza gameplay.
Of all the things not to show gameplay of, Forza baffles me. I mean, don't get me...
PlayStation showed Gran Turismo 7 gameplay, so what's Forza's excuse?
And Forza Motorsport 8, if I remember correctly, is going to come out soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about GT7's release, but still.
But yeah, you have to understand. So yeah, no. Once again, Microsoft continues to do the problem. They keep doing nothing but okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. No. And I keep being the one that constantly says, no, okay is not good enough. You need to be better. Do not be sorry, be better, as Kratos would say. And I'm tired. I'm tired of being satisfying for mediocrity. Like I know I've said this a million times by this point in this channel when it comes to Xbox, but I'm tired of mediocrity. Mediocrity is horrible because it's boring.
It's pretty much the overall moral when it comes to Xbox. Like I said, ever since the disastrous launch of the Xbox One, it feels like they've just been trying to play things oh so safe. It's gotten old.
It's gotten, at some point you need to grow your balls back.
Like, yes, we know, you messed up. You messed up incredibly bad to the point where most of the internet hated you. Well, guess what, Microsoft? You're not really doing much salvaging of your reputation these days, seeing as how so many people have jumped ship from your console to the competition.
Exactly.
Which competition or either of them?
Both. Both Sony and Nintendo.
Yeah. Allow me. Well, I can find the release for Forza Motorsport 8. So, but whatever. That's beside my point. Okay. The point is, this conference is once again another disappointment. Why? Because this was supposed to be the conference that sells us on this console.
It was embarrassingly average.
Embarrassingly average, and this is a problem. Microsoft needs to step up their game, but they refuse to. They refuse to step up their game. They see. The fact that the PS5 event has 12 million views on YouTube, for the record. It made 12 million views under 24 hours. To give you an idea of how people actually give because the fact that they saw that and they didn't think, okay, we need to step up our game. and they didn't do that. Like, it's just not happening. And
Unless this is them stepping up their game.
This is them stepping up their game? Jova, on a scale of 1 to 10, how sad is this?
Let's
I said
see.
if it is.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say it's about
4.
I'm gonna give it. Well, that depends. If the higher the number is how sad it is, I'm gonna give it an 8 to be nice.
To be nice. Yeah, this is Jova being nice, everybody. I give it a 10 because I'm not nice.
What about you, Shiroi?
I'm letting Jova be the nice one. I'll be the mean one.
Like good cop, bad cop now.
Shiroi, on a scale of 1 to 10, how sad was this?
I mean, I'm gonna give it like I don't know, like a 4 or 5. I don't know.
It was as sad as the day they got rid of the Xbox. Sad. Not very sad at all.
I love that acronym.
Yeah.
Okay. So, my basic point is this: Microsoft once again disappointed everybody, because who the hell right now, anywhere, is saying, "Oh boy, I gotta get myself an Xbox Series X."
No one really. I mean, again, the general reaction across the internet seems to be, at best, it was okay, and for a lot of people, that's not what they're saying. Like, again, that's like the purest positive opinion. Other people are just saying that this is a sign that Microsoft are running on fumes, or they clearly have found their strategy and they're just gonna play poi to it.
Yeah, this is why mediocrity is the worst thing. Mediocrity is nothing but boring. I'm just gonna say it right now. I miss the Kinect conferences from 2010, 2011, and 2012.
Do you miss their old Xbox One conferences back when they were actually confident in how that was gonna be?
Not just that, yeah. But going back to the Kinect conferences for a bit. At the very least, it was terrible, but at the very least it was laughably terrible. It gave us something cool to talk about. It was an interesting train wreck. At least I was always looking forward to seeing Microsoft embarrass themselves. Right now, I can't even have that. Now I'm just bored of them. I'm just bored.
I just feel sorry for the people who backed that horse.
In the history of first-party gaming companies that make consoles specifically, for those who don't know what the term means, in terms of first-party companies in gaming history, I have never seen a first-party company be so boring as post-2014 Microsoft. Microsoft is so unbelievably boring as a first-party company. It's mind-boggling. They're so boring and completely devoid of the ability to capture our interest. Phil Spencer is so completely out of touch with what gamers care about.
Which is weird, because he used to seem more in touch before he became head of Microsoft. So what happened?
That's the thing, Jova. Remember, technically he was under the leadership of Don Matrick, so technically he wasn't in charge. So this is his vision for gaming. Remember, this is his vision for gaming. Mediocrity. This is his vision. My vision for a world full of mediocre games.
So, Pedro, are you making the argument that Don Matrick may have been better for the job than him?
Okay, Don Matrick was bad, don't get me wrong, but Don Matrick's vision was far more interesting to behold than Phil's. Phil's vision is just boring. Yes, it's not terrible, but it's boring.
It's the personification of literally settling for less.
Exactly, and I hate that. Okay, the point is Microsoft has officially given up. I'm not giving them any more chances. This was their last chance. Because if they're not going to, surprise us and impress us by this point, then they're clearly not going to anywhere in the near future. Because they've had multiple chances by this point. And it's over.
What can they even do to turn things around at this stage of the game, honestly?
I don't know, and quite frankly, at this point, it's just... I can't even say it's laughable, because it's just boring. It's...
Like I've said, it's sad. It's Xbox sad.
Not to mention, another thing that I would like to mention about the consumer-friendly appearance that Microsoft loves to brag about nowadays. This is something that I've been meaning to talk about for a while, and I figured why not bring it up here because we're talking about Phil Spencer right now. Basically, everybody, back in 2016, let me tell you something about Quantum Break real quick. Quantum Break was announced in 2013 and was released in 2016. For 3 years, that game was touted as an Xbox One exclusive, as in only on the Xbox One. And even when asked if it was coming to PC back in 2015, Microsoft said no. There are no plans to release it on PC, and that would be fine. And guess what? Guess what they did a month away from the release of the game? They announced that it was coming to PC as well. You know what this means, right? A lot of Remedy games most likely bought an Xbox One because of Quantum Break, even if they technically didn't need to. They could have just played it on their PCs.
Well, mine, the PC version apparently had technical issues.
Yeah, but it's been fixed with patches since then, from what I've heard. So, but even then, Dwebs, even then, that's incredible. If you ask me, that's incredibly anti-consumer. Like, okay, let me put it like this: imagine, okay, Jova, here, let me ask you something. Imagine if, okay, what was the primary reason you bought a Switch for? Super Mario Odyssey, I'm guessing, since you had a Wii U, so you didn't need to buy it for Breath of the Wild.
Well, I'll admit, originally I was gonna wait on the Switch, but my main reason for wanting to get the Switch was the cool mentality of being able to play anywhere with it, but also, Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
I actually just came up with a better example. Shiroi.
Yes.
I'm assuming the primary reason you bought the Switch was for Splatoon 2, right?
Okay. My Switch was actually an anniversary present, but yes, the game I did pick was Splatoon 2.
Okay,
my Switch was also a Christmas present as well.
Okay, let me rephrase that then. If it
if it wasn't, then yes, Splatoon 2 is actually my drive for that.
There you go. That's the basic point that I'm trying to make. Imagine if, Shiroi, you bought the Switch for Splatoon 2, and the week before it releases, Nintendo's like, hey, by the way, we're expanding our market, we're going to try releasing games on PC, and the first one will be Splatoon 2 on Steam.
Okay.
How would you feel having just bought a console for a game that you didn't need to buy, since you have a PC that you can use?
I don't know, actually. Because...
You just wasted money on a console that you technically did not need to play the primary reason you wanted to play it for.
I mean, okay, I guess in the context of the Switch, I prefer consoles anyway, for those who don't know. But I would be a little miffed because at least the online would actually be good. So
and free for the record.
Yes, free and good. Yes, okay.
Exactly.
So in the context of the Switch, I would actually be a bit miffed if Splatoon came to PC.
That's the problem. For free, Quantum Break got touted off as an exclusive for 3 years, and only a month before it releases, hey, it's coming to PC as well. And guess what? Ever since I got in touch with these people, I've heard from Remedy fans that they bought an Xbox One because they thought it was an exclusive, and then they got burned because of this.
Yeah.
Because you want to talk about consumer friendly, talk about this, because because this is what I call anti-consumer. If your game is coming to PC, be upfront about it. I don't think I'm asking for much, am I, Jova?
Nah, not too much. But hey, at least we got Phantasy Star Online 2. That was a thing.
Okay. One thing that I would like to share everybody with, and I'll be asking Jova to put this tweet on the description when he renders this. Basically, this was back in 2016, where an Xbox fan that I follow, this was back in 2016, by the way, said specifically, and I'm quoting right now, check the tweet for yourself on the description. Phil, you didn't stop to ask the hardcore fans that stuck by Xbox, this is even what we wanted. It's not. And he said, I canceled my Quantum Break pre-order as I said I would. You weren't upfront on Quantum Break going to PC. Basically, he didn't. To give better context, Crap didn't found this incredibly anti-consumer and shady, because if they were going to put it on PC, they should have been upfront about it. Because some people did buy an Xbox One for this game, because Remedy is a very beloved developer. So as a way to speak with his wallet, Crap decided to cancel his pre-order of Quantum Break. Guess what Phil Spencer replied to him right after he said that? Phil Spencer decided to throw crap under the bus by answering, you cancel the pre-order for a game you want to play because someone else gets to play the game on Windows? No, Phil, that's not at all what he said. He said he was canceling it because you weren't upfront with the way you released this game.
It's kind of something similar to what happened with Rayman Origins and how, that was supposed to be a Wii U exclusive, but then Ubisoft, at the last minute, delayed the game so that, we can now release it for all the platforms. That arguably led to a lot of people miffed, rightfully so.
Not just that, Jova. I love how Phil Spencer keeps trying to put up this super nice guy front, but then he does something like this on Twitter. Okay? So he literally completely misconstrued what Crap Gamer was saying. Yeah, I'll read it again. Phil, you didn't stop to ask the hardcore fans that stuck by Xbox if this is not even what we wanted. It's not. He said, and I'm sad to say, I canceled my Quantum Break pre-order as I said I would. He said, you weren't upfront on Quantum Break going to PC. So as a way to speak with his wallet, he decided to cancel the pre-order, because to give the message that this is not okay, which I agree. And Phil Spencer decided to completely misconstrue his argument by saying, you cancel your game just because other people get to play it? No, that's not what he said. That's not even close to what he said. How fucking dishonest are you, Phil? And this is the big problem I have. A lot of people talk about how, Phil's awesome, Phil's super consumer friendly, but then I see shit like this when he's actually interacting with Xbox fans. And he's such an asshole when it comes to these aspects. That's my problem, I got a lot of elucidation on Phil Spencer that not a lot of people know, thanks to getting in touch with these Xbox fans. That's why I'm making this point. Like, I'm sorry, I don't like Phil Spencer. I don't like his attitude. I don't like his completely out of touch views on gaming. And this is I'm making a statement right now. Demand better from Microsoft. Do not be satisfied with mediocrity. Because if you're satisfied with mediocrity, then you will never get anything that blows your mind. And from the moment games are only mediocre, there's not even a point to game anymore.
Well, that was another Xbox Live showcase of whatever the hell Microsoft are planning. Like I said, Microsoft, get your crap together.
Exactly.
So, Shiroi, anything to say before we close out?
No. Not
All
really.
right, then.
I think I've said everything I need to.
Same.
See ya.
See you next time.
See ya.